everyone and welcome to my video, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go through some of my favorite releases from January 2026. I know I'm incredibly late, but rather late than never, they say, I guess. So let's go! On January 6th, we have Riso with bad, or should I say Iso? Because you spell it R-I-S-S-O, but I think it's just like Iso from IVE, similarly. So that's probably how you would pronounce that, right? I'm not really an expert in Korean language, so forgive me if that's the wrong way to say it. I actually found out about this release quite a bit later on, and not in January, but I think in March or something. And for that reason, I'm glad I wasn't making monthly favorite videos yet, so I'm glad we got to include this in the month that it actually belongs in. What I like about this track is that it's funky house. So both house elements and both funk elements, and it's something that I always find so very soothing, but also groovy. It always feels very full and robust. And honestly, that bass line is so delicious. It's eating me up actually, so. And you know what's even cooler is that she did the lyrics all by herself. And she also helped composing the song, which is really, really cool. On January 7, Chu released her full album, I think, EXO My Cyberlove. So there were 9 tracks on the album, and ultimately one of them made it to my playlist, which is, as you heard, Limoncello. And I do think it's a bit funny because it's literally very summery for me. It doesn't really scream something that should have been released in January, but I'm not complaining. It's really cute, it's really fun, it's really sweet. Whenever this song comes on, it always just puts me in a good mood, so I'm really here for it. And I will say that Canary is an honorable mention. I thought it was like really pretty, really sweet, but I do feel that in general, most of my playlist feels way more up-tempo for there to be like a random ballad. So it's not that I didn't like it, but I just felt like it didn't really fit into the rest of my playlist, if that makes sense. But yeah, Canary is also really, really cute. On January 8th, Waker released their album In Elixir Spellbound, and there were 7 tracks on it, of which I saved 2 of them, which are Feeling and Sugar Crush. And I personally wanted to highlight Sugar Crush because I think it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. It, for some reason, almost reminded me of SHINee, and that is one of the best compliments that I can give a boy group, personally. I don't think they have done a song exactly like this, but oh my gosh, I could just imagine it. Like, this is just in my head now, especially with the groove and then the explosive synths at the very end of the song. I'm so impressed. If only that section was also in earlier choruses, I would have been so happy. And another tiny feedback that I would have is that the vocals could have been a bit stronger, but yeah, it is what it is, so I'm already very happy with this. On January 11, Issue released Any Minute on the album FAVES. And I don't know why, but at first, this is kind of good, but there's something about it that I don't really vibe with. I absolutely love anything laid back, anything R&B related, and yet there was something missing in this song and I couldn't figure out what it was. I think it was mostly a bit too quiet, a bit too held back. I was probably expecting a tiny bit more from the vocals, but when I gave this song another chance a few days later, it all just suddenly clicked. I don't know what it was, but it just clicked for me. Everything was perfect. Everything fell into place. The more I listened to the song, the more I fell in love with it. It is a bit unfortunate that they're missing a member in this release, but from what I understood, this member is already back to the group again, thankfully. And they're also teasing a new album again, so I'm super hyped for this. and you are correct. This is not a K-pop group. This is a group from Japan, and I discovered them last year, and they had such amazing songs and voices, so I'm pretty much hooked on this group, and I cannot wait for the next release. Editing SOOMI here, it did not go well. Oh no.
Girl, if I die, girl, if I die,
on January 19, the band Can't Be Blue released an album called Persian Blue, and I know it's like very rhymey and stuff, but the song that I want to highlight today was Should Be You. The overall album is so fantastic. The band is really great. This was my first introduction to this band prior to this release being recommended randomly on YouTube for me. I had actually never heard of them, and I'm glad I discovered them now. And what is really impressive is, for at least this song that I know of, is that the main vocalist, or should I say the only vocalist, I'm not really entirely sure, actually did the lyrics, composing and arrangement, and is overall the main producer for this song, which is really impressive. I like it when bands are actually authentic and produce their own. And another funny thing that I'm noticing in the credits is that it's copyrighted by catwhiskers.co. Very cute, I don't know. But yeah, the song itself is so dramatic. Basically going the whole dramatic route of, oh my god, girl, if I die. It's literally the most dramatic thing I've ever heard, which is insane. And the music is there to back it up as well. It's literally so heavy and dark, and you can feel the emotion from the vocals as well as from the band. So yeah, it's really amazing. It's like one of my favorite songs so far this year. So if that sounds like something you would want to check out, I highly recommend it.
keep on searching. Flow, now found in the system. Flow, the new era. Jump,
Another release on January 19 was Kiki with 404 New Era and their respective album The Lulu Pack. Like, oh my gosh, this was such a good era for them, and it's been so aesthetically and musically fulfilling that for me, as of recording this now months later, 404 New Era is still doing it for me, girl. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That song just scratches everything in my brain in the best way, and I've been obsessed. I got it since the first day, since the first listen. It immediately clicked with me. I loved it so much. And as rightfully so, this goes in the list of Song of the Year contenders because that's probably what it is. And obviously, I still hope to be surprised by other songs this year, but yeah, this one definitely goes onto that list. And I really enjoy the overall album. I also absolutely love Underdogs and Delulu. They're just such fun songs. I love them so much as well. Especially if you listen to Underdogs until the very end of the song. I just sat there with my mouth wide open. I was like, jaw on the floor. This is amazing. This is so artistic, and I love their voices so much in that one. So also definitely check that one out if you haven't yet.
don't take my breath away. Don't take my breath. Take my breath away. Don't take my breath.
On January 22nd, XG released a new album, and among one of those songs was Take My Breath, and it kind of took my breath because this was my most favorite song on the entire album, and to me it just feels like really fun and fresh. And I feel sonically that it almost leans into chiptune, but instead it's just very synthy. And this sonically pretty much reminds me of like sparkles or glitter. I cannot explain it, but I think you know what I mean. And I will say that in overall, this wasn't my favorite era from this group. I have been previously enjoying their past releases way more. Not to say that this was a bad album or anything, but it just wasn't my favorite. A B-side that I also saved to my playlist was PS118. I think originally it was Yudin's solo with another rapper artist featured, and I preferred it more with the entire rap lineup of XG instead. I am also just a sucker for old school sounding rap and hip hop, very boom bap-ish. And I think that they really did a great job. And I think they did a really good job for the raps on this song. I wish that I could say that about the title track of the album. But unfortunately, I don't know what it was, but it felt a little like cookie cutter and a tiny bit tacky. I'm so sorry. More power to you if you enjoyed that song, but it just wasn't for me. I absolutely love the chorus, but I couldn't get past like some of the English that felt a bit too unaesthetically to me. I don't know why, but yeah, please don't shoot me. And ultimately, I did save 2 songs that I really enjoy, so I'm happy with that. On January 27, Billie released a tiny bit of a remix or remix single. I don't know even what it was. Basically, Cloud Palace False Awakening. From what I understood when it released, it was kind of a teaser or an appetizer before they would drop a serious album, which we are still currently waiting for. And I'll be real with you, this specific song didn't hit for me in its original state. I really prefer the remixes so much more, and eventually I settled on the Before Moonset mix. In general, I'm such a sucker for funky house. It's just such a soothing genre for me that I can listen to any time of the day, any time of the week, any time of the year. I do wish that they would have maybe rearranged something about the vocals in the chorus. It's not hitting the way it's supposed to be hitting, but my gosh, it's just been so long since we had something from Billie that I just had to consume this to its fullest. And another cherry on top is that Junie also helped composing on the album. Junie is like a really great singer and producer, so that had me really excited. So these were my favorite songs from January, and I'm really happy and I'm really surprised because I did not expect there to be a potential song of the year already. That is like literally so insane. And to give you guys some context, I'm not someone who immediately screams song of the year literally at anything that's remotely fun. I'm really choosy and picky with that one, so all the more credit to Kiki. And out of all these songs, which one was your favorite? And if your favorite wasn't even there in my list, then please let me know what your favorites were. Oh my god, holy moly, I had to pause the recording because there's literally an airplane passing by so low that I thought that it was crashing into our flat building. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Also, let me know what you think of my new background. I'm basically trying to have different backgrounds every other season. So this one is still related to the season of winter because it's the month January. And I think it's a really cute and cozy background. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. Also, hopefully the new style of editing is a bit more engaging. I know that this is not one of those videos where it's mostly fan cam recordings in the background that are really fun and engaging. I know my style is a bit more laid back and chill. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave some comments if you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Thank you!